You're listening to the All Veterans Hour on WLIJ, engaging discussion by veterans for veterans. With your hosts, Gary Leverette and Jimmy Miller. They are discussing veterans programs and issues, playing veteran-related music, and keeping American citizens informed on things they ought to know. Every second and fourth Monday on 98.7 and AM 1580, and also on WLIJradio.com. The All Veterans Hour on WLIJ is brought to you by the American Legion Post 23, the DAV Chapter 43, and the VFW Post 5019.
Good morning, Bedford County, Shelbyville, surrounding areas. I'm Gary Leverette. Welcome to the All Veterans Hour. Got my co-host with me this morning, Jim Short. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, and it's good to be back behind the mic. I haven't been here in a while, but good to be back.
Well, it's good that you're here because my other co-host, Jimmy Miller, he's AWOL this morning. I think he's on a cruise somewhere, but anyway, we'll excuse him. And got a special guest here this morning, Mr. Bill Tucker. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Gary, and listening audience to the Veterans Program. We try to listen to it when we can, enjoy it. Y'all do a good job, and we appreciate it.
Bill is the driver for our service that we do for veterans of taking their veterans to their doctor's appointments, and we're going to talk to Bill a little bit later, but right now I want to talk to you about a couple of things that have happened since our last radio show. Believe it or not, since our last radio show there have been 2 hurricanes hit Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. And I am so impressed with the citizens of Bedford County and their response to helping East Tennessee. I know of several people that have put together trucks that have gone to East Tennessee to help the devastation up there, to help them recover. One I know personally, Lane Leverette. Lane put together a convoy that went up there. I was so impressed with the response that Bedford County gave once the word got out. It started off with just being coon hunters and walking horse people, and then once the word got out on Facebook, Bedford County opened their hearts and their pocketbooks, and they showed up in a big way. They were planning on taking one tractor trailer and helping feed the people up there, and they had such a response they ended up taking 2 tractor trailers, and the convoy had 21 vehicles in it when it left Tuesday morning going to East Tennessee. Some people I want to thank the American Legion. The American Legion pitched in big time to help us, spearheaded by Commander Tim Estes, who also got Defenders of Freedom and Liberty to help us too. They pitched in, and many citizens gave money to the cause. I don't know all the people that did that, but I want to also thank Ryan Purdham's Barbecue. He was part of that convoy, carried his food truck up there. Jacob Massey, he carried his food truck up there. Mr. Todd Campbell went up there to help. There were numerous people who went to help. Lane Leverette spearheaded the thing and made sure that everything went off as planned. And as far as I know, it did. I think they fed 4,000 people in 3 days. They were up there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Came back Thursday afternoon, and it was a big success. I know they carried a bunch of Boston butts, and they fed a bunch of people. So we thank them, especially Ryan Purdham, Jacob Massey, Todd Campbell, Lane. Hey, you guys did great. Amy, Mandy, Julie, all you girls helped put this together, helped load the trucks. I want to thank all 3 high schools who sent students to help us load the trucks. Central High School out of Shelbyville, Community High School out of Unionville, Cascade High School out of Bell Buckle and War Trace. I want to thank all those people because they were able to touch a lot of lives. They were able to feed a lot of people in 3 days. And again, I thank Bedford County for opening their hearts and their pocketbooks to make that happen, because they carried 2 tractor trailers that were packed full. They carried 2 refrigerated trailers with food that needed to stay cold, numerous vehicles with other cookers and smokers, and I think they cooked the whole time they were up there, and what a mighty service they did. And we want to thank you, Bedford County, Shelbyville, for opening your hearts and your pocketbooks, and thanks to Lane and his crew for putting all that together. And we appreciate it. We appreciate it. All right. We got Bill Tucker with us. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning again, Gary. Great to be here.
Bill is, like I said, he's our driver for our veterans. He picks them up at their home, delivers them to their doctor's appointment, and then returns them to their home. Bill, talk about that a little bit, if you would. Kind of
okay,
how that works.
Well, I'm not the only driver. I'm just part of the team of 4, actually, we have. We think of having 3 most of the time, but we've got one that helps us out when we get in a bind, when one of the other guys can't be with us one day. But anyway, I'm Bill Tucker, and I'll give you my phone number if you need or know of a veteran that needs a ride. It's area 931-607-7178. And you can call me. My phone's on a lot of hours a day. Even when I'm charging it, it's on, and I wear an earpiece that when I'm away from it, I can hear it in the house when I'm charging my phone. The other drivers are David Easter and Jackie Burks. They're my regular part-time guys, and then we've got a third fellow that used to do it more so, but he's got other obligations, and he only helps us out when we really need him, and he's been great to do that for many years. Jerry Jesh, he's in the Marine Corps League and has a lot of responsibilities with them and doesn't have a lot of time, and plus he volunteers over at the VA in Murfreesboro every Wednesday, drives a shuttle bus over there, so most people don't think about Jerry being one of our drivers. But if me or Jackie or one of the other guys have to be out and we need a driver, I call Jerry, and if he's available at all, he will jump on and say, yes, sir, I can do it, and I appreciate Jerry so much for that. And the other guys are on the road today, David and Jackie, and we appreciate the work they do and the all odd hours and everything, to getting up early and sometimes staying out late. We try not to stay out too late, but anyway, got a good crew, and we appreciate them. They've been doing we've had several drivers over the years, but this is the best crew we've had in all the years, and we really appreciate the job that they do. And we run 3 vehicles when they're running, where they're old and got some age on them, and sometimes they have to go to the shop. And we had one in the shop all week last week, but we got by with the 2 vehicles we had left. But anyway,
we're in the process of trying to replace a couple of those vehicles.
Yeah.
But
and that would be a great event if some of those older ones can be replaced. All of them have got over 150,000 miles on them, and some of them are 1998 models and 2000 models, I think. We sure do hope that they can, those older ones especially, be replaced, because we spend a lot of time in the shop with them and taking them back and forth. So, and I appreciate the opportunity to let me to come in and talk to the folks and remind them that there is rides available to their doctor's appointments. Some of the folks don't realize that we do that, and we do not charge for it. We're available 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, for that service, and it is for medical and doctor appointments. And I gave my number earlier, and give it again if it's necessary. later on. But thank you for having me, Gary. Appreciate it, and the opportunity to talk about the program. We enjoy doing it. Been doing it 10 years now, and next month, and enjoy doing it.
Well, the county, it's a county service because the county pays the bills, and Mayor Graham has been great to help us out and to do what he can to improve this service every chance he gets, and sometimes Bill has 3 vehicles on the road. I mean, he might be going to Nashville, might be going to Murfreesboro, might be going to Tullahoma or Columbia. Well, Bill, what's the process if somebody needs a ride? What do they need to do?
They can call me at the number I gave a minute ago, and preferably, we like at least 48 hours notice if we can get it. We realize sometimes the VA contacts patients and says, "Oh, that appointment you had next week, we need you to come in tomorrow." And we can usually accommodate those, but sometimes we can't. I've had to turn down very few. Very seldom that ever happens, but over the years, there's been 2 or 3 times that I've had said, "Sorry, I'm out of drivers and out of vehicles. I just can't do it." But if we can, you call us anytime, day or night, and we'll try to get you worked onto the schedule. And if you know your schedule 3 or 6 months ahead of time, that we'll take that. You get first dibs if we do get short. If you're already on the list, I keep a log into next year. I've got several riders already logged into 25 on several months. So, and I've got a page full of here in front of me for October, and it's pretty jam-packed. And I've forgotten the numbers now, don't have them in front of me. We run 50 to 60 trips a month, I think, or something like that, and 35 different passengers, plus or minus. A lot of them are repeat customers. We have cancer patients that have to go back once or twice a week sometimes, and other things too. So we do accommodate most of the veterans most of the time. I'll say we're better than 90% able to make the runs unless they're too far out of town. And we have had some that requested to go to Clarksville or out of state to Huntsville and so forth, and the mayor says that we shouldn't go over 2 counties away, so we could Nashville and surrounding counties, but we can't take further than that. We would if we could. We just don't have the vehicles and drivers available to do it. And for other things besides the medical appointments, we've been asked about those, and we've had to say no to those because we just don't have enough drivers and vehicles to accomplish them all. We'll do what we can. If somebody's got to stop on the way, or if a veteran's wife has a need for transportation, I have worked them out and where we could drop them off as we're going. That's about all I know for right now. I will give my phone number one more time for anybody that needs a ride or knows somebody that needs a ride. Give me a call and we'll talk about it, get the particulars, get them on the log. The telephone number is 931-607-7178.
Now, what Bill was talking about with the spouses, that's with if you need your spouse to go with you to help you, or you need somebody else to go with you to help you, they are eligible to ride with you. We can't carry all the spouses to their doctor's appointments. It's for the veteran only. But if the veteran needs assistance, then they can go with that veteran, either a spouse or a designated person to go and help them. Maybe they need to be pushed in a wheelchair or help get around or whatever. So, Bill, I know you'd appreciate it if they don't call you before 4 o'clock in the morning, right?
No, I've had a couple of those, but
that's why I brought that up.
I appreciate you doing that. Yeah, my phone stays on about all the time, even when I'm charging it. But Yeah, I would wait. I would like for a little more normal hours to be called, but from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., I'm good for that. But I would like to keep it between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m.
Okay, we like to play some veteran music, veteran-related music, and we're going to play one right now. This is My War. This is a Mike Calgar story. So, Brandon, if you would.
War changes you. It's a fire that you walk through. War scores your soul, takes a young man and makes him old. Well, my daddy used to sit and drink and think and stare back in time. Daddy used to disappear, leave us here without a dime. Once I asked my grandpa why, and tears filled his eyes. He said, your daddy was a good man. Boy, just try to understand. War changes you. It's a fire that you walk through. War scores your soul, takes a young man, makes him old. It shows him things he can't unsee, things he can't undo. War changes you. I said war won't change me. Signed that line at just 18. In Vietnam we dropped bombs, napalm from A1E. And I can't forget that night. They said mark the target wide. I looked through my scope, something in me broke. War changes you. It's a fire that you walk through. War stores your soul, takes a young man and makes him old. It shows him things he can't unsee, things he can't undo. War changes you. When I came home for the first time, my daddy shook my hand. We had a beer, we had our first talk about war, man to man. Was I like him? Hell no. For the next 30 years or so, I'd sit and think and drink and stare. I left a part of me back there. War changes you. It's a fire that you walk through. War scores your soul, takes a young man and makes him old. It shows him things he can't unsee, and things he can't undo. War changes you. War changes you.
All right, that was War Changes You, and that's Michael Calgar. And we're back with Jim Short and Bill Tucker, and we've talked to Bill for a few minutes. Now I'm going to talk to Jim. Jim, give us the times and dates of our meetings, because we need to recruit some people to these organizations.
Yes, we do. I think one of the last time I was here, I was talking about some statistics from Tennessee, and their statistic group and also the VA's group, and we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 4,000 veterans here in Bedford County alone. That's quite a group. We'd like to have at least, if we got 10% of them, it would be really good to get in our 3 organizations. But let me tell you about where they meet in case you're interested in coming out to take a look at these veteran organizations. The first on the list is the VFW Post 5019. They meet at 1320 East Depot Street here in Shelbyville. Their meeting time is the first Monday each month at 1800 hours or 6 p.m. They also have some additional activities. Breakfast every second Saturday from 0700 to 0930. And also the third Saturday night, live music. I believe that's still a good time. So come on out and enjoy that. That's
I think it's $3 to get in and bring a side dish.
You can't beat those prices at all, can you? And
bring a side dish.
Next one on my list is the DAV, Disabled American Veterans, Chapter 43. Meets at the DAV building at 1357 Tennessee 130 East here in Shelbyville. Make sure it's 130 East. Otherwise, you might find yourself down at Petersburg or someplace. Meeting time for the DAV is the second Tuesday each month, 1800 hours, 6 p.m. Spouses are welcome to all of these organizations. And I believe, Gary, you're probably going to talk about the turkey shoots later on that DAV is going to be helping with. Next one on the list is the American Legion Post 23, also meets in the DAV building, 1357 Tennessee 130 East. Meeting time is the first Tuesday each month, 1800 hours or 6 p.m. They have meals. Spouses are welcome. Let me tell you a little bit about those meals. We eat good, don't we, Gary?
Yes, we do. We eat real good.
If you leave those meetings feeling hungry, something's wrong. And it's not because we don't have enough food. They really feed us well.
Yeah. We'll give a shout out to Rowdy Ranch, who provides the meat for the American Legion and the DAV. And he does that on his dime. He doesn't charge us anything. So thank you, Rowdy Ranch, for all you do for us. And Jim mentioned the turkey shoots. We're going to have 3 turkey shoots this year. November the 2nd, November the 16th, November the 23rd. Three dates. We'll start off with November the 2nd, then we skip the 9th because that's the day of the Veterans Parade. We come back and have one on the 16th and one on the 23rd. And we partner, the DAV and the VFW do that in partnership, and we have a good time. So bring your shotgun, bring your wives, bring your kids. We start about 9 o'clock and we shoot as long as we got shooters. We provide the shells. If you don't have a shotgun, we'll have one there you can use. So come on out and support it. It's one of our fundraisers for the DAV and the VFW. And again, that's November the 2nd, November the 16th, and November the 23rd. So, Jim, how many veterans did you say? 4,000 in this county?
It's approaching 4,000 veterans here in Bedford County alone. Of course, we also from time to time get some people in from surrounding counties, but that adds to the total of veterans that we would like to see in our groups. But come on out and join one of these veteran organizations, or all 3 of them if you qualify.
The roles of these three organizations to give you an example of how little support we get from our veterans. Our veterans need to come and join our groups. The VFW, I think, has in the 70-something on their rolls. That's paid up members, which is just a fraction of 4,000. The DAV has 153 members, which again, just a fraction of 4,000. American Legion has 78. So, guys, we need you. We do a lot of things. We try to help our number one thing is to help our veterans. Then we're supposed to help our youth and our community. The American Legion has 4 pillars of helping veterans, youth, and community. And I believe that all 3 organizations do that. So come and join us. If you're eligible for one of these organizations, the American Legion is the easiest one to qualify for. If you've been 1 day active duty, that makes you eligible for the American Legion. The DAV, you have to be rated by the VA as having a disability. And believe it or not, 0% is a rating. You can go in there and they might say, yeah, you're right. And yeah, it's service connected, but we're not going to pay you for that one. But we're going to give you a rating of 0. And that makes you eligible for the DAV. That's very rare, but it has happened. So if you're rated by the VA for a disability, that makes you eligible to be in the DAV. The VFW, you must have been in a foreign war to be eligible for the VFW. So now we told you where we meet. We told you what the requirements are. Now y'all come see us. Come see us. Just come to us, and we'll feed you and talk to you and have some fellowship, and you might decide you want to be part of us.
You know, Gary, one of the things that seems a little bit odd or strange, statistics will also tell us that here in Bedford County, there must be at least 300 female veterans, at least that many, and probably more. And our rolls don't indicate anywhere close to that. We're shy of female veterans. So if you're a female veteran out there in Bedford County or surrounding area, come on, come in and look at one of these organizations, or all 3 if you qualify, and come join us. We would love to have you. Don't know why the females are not joining the group, but we sure could use you.
And if you're eligible, come on and just come see us. We gave you our meeting times. You can call Jim or me or Jimmy Miller or even Bill Tucker, and we'll be glad to give you the meeting times again. Matter of fact, we'll go over them probably before the program's out. Bill's a member of the American Legion. Jim, you're a member of the Legion and the DAV and the VFW. You member of the VFW?
I am not.
Okay. You are a member of the DAV
and the other
American
two I
Legion.
am. I don't qualify for the VFW, but American Legion and the DAV certainly, yes. Yeah. Enjoy both of those organizations.
I qualify for all 3. I'm a member of all 3 of the organizations, but anyway, we need your help. Come on and join us. All right, Brandon, you ready for that next song? This next one is Ready for the Ride by a good friend of mine and Jim's, L.D. Cornelius. Hope you're listening, L.D.
Just like all my friends, we all went to the same old school way down in Alabama. came home, we worked till dark, and then the sun came up the next day. We'd do it all again. I left school at 17, got a job driving a truck. I helped my daddy pay the bills, and it made me feel grown up. I was young and I felt like I had just hit my stride. Yeah, life was like an open road. I was ready for the ride. Ready for the ride, wherever it may go. Hoping I could find myself somewhere on down the road. But there's a lot of twists and turns in this journey they call life. Dead ends and new horizons, but I'm ready for the ride. One day I got a letter, the first one I'd received, said Vietnam is heating up, my country needed me. Daddy shook my hand, Mama hugged my neck and cried. They didn't want to let me go, but I was ready for the ride. I was ready for the ride, wherever it may go. Hoping I could find myself somewhere on down the road. But there's a lot of twists and turns in this journey they call life. Dead ends and new horizons, but I'm ready for the ride. I left home a different man, hid behind a wall of violence and anger, hard work and alcohol. For the love of my family, my faith, I survived. Now each day's a new tomorrow, and I'm ready for the ride. I'm ready for the ride, wherever it may go. Hoping I could find myself somewhere on down the road. But there's a lot of twists and turns in this journey they call life. Dead ends and new horizons, I'm ready for the ride. I know heaven's waiting, I'm ready for the ride.
You're listening to the All Veterans Hour on WLIJ, engaging discussion by veterans for veterans, with your hosts Gary Leverette and Jimmy Miller. They are discussing veterans programs and issues, playing veteran-related music, and keeping American citizens informed on things they ought to know. Every second and fourth Monday on 98.7 and AM 1580, and also on WLIJradio.com. The All Veterans Hour on WLIJ is brought to you by the American Legion Post 23, the DAV Chapter 43, and the VFW Post 5019.
All right, that song was L.D. Cornelius, Ready for the Ride. And so we're back this morning with Jim Short and Bill Tucker here. And Bill's our driver for our veterans, taking them to their doctor's appointment. Another thing we got coming up is Veterans Day, November the 11th. That's on a Monday. The Veterans Day Parade is November the 9th, which is a Saturday. And we are looking for entries to be in our Veterans Parade. If you want to be in the Veterans Parade, please let us know. Put a vehicle in, put a float in, pickup truck, whatever you need. We're trying to make this as good as last year's. We've been getting a little bigger every year, and so
that kicks off about 11 a.m. also, right?
Yeah, 11 a.m. You know, so that's on November the 9th. That's a Saturday morning. Come out and watch the parade. come out and support us. And Bill, we got you a spot for you in the van.
Okay, I was wondering if I was going to get a spot this year.
Yeah, we always going to give you a spot, brother. Yeah. And I think we're going to have some horses at the end of the parade, and maybe a mule team or something. I think we're going to have some military vehicles, and of course we'll have grand marshals. Come on out, have a good time, bring your kids. It'll be a teaching moment for them. Tell them why we're having a veterans parade. Another service that we have here in the county is we have a veterans service officer, Ben Ely. If you have issues that you need to file a claim for, go up and see Ben. Be sure you make an appointment, though, because that's a busy office. And if you call up there, you call 931-685-4838. Right, Bill?
Right.
685-4838. That's Ben Ely's office. His administrative assistant, Miss Kara, will probably answer the phone, and she can set you up an appointment to talk to Ben, and he will get you straightened out. He'll help you with whatever you need in the way of filing claim forms, and he's real easy to work with. He's very dedicated, and he knows what he's doing. That's the main thing. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get things done through the VA system. Again, go see Ben Ely at the courthouse. He's in the basement of the courthouse. There are no steps to get to his office. You go in the basement of the courthouse, there's a ramp that will take you down to the basement of the courthouse. So if you have a wheelchair, walker, or whatever, you have no steps to climb. I also want to talk about our memorial up on the square, our Veterans Memorial on the south side of the square. We have a bronze statue, and around that bronze statue we have brick pavers. If you want a brick for your loved one who is a veteran, there are certain criteria that you have to meet to be eligible to have a brick, and that is if you were born in Bedford County, or you lived in Bedford County, or you are a member of the DAV, the American Legion, or the VFW. Any one of those will make you eligible to have a brick on our memorial. The cost of the brick is $150. And you can see Kara in the Veteran Service Office, and she can give you the paperwork to fill out to have your loved one to have a brick. And we've got limited spots left. So be sure to go ahead and get your name in the pot. And make an effort, because this money goes to the Veterans Council. It helps the Veterans Council. The Veterans Council helps veterans. What is the Veterans Council? If you're a member of the American Legion, DAV, or VFW, that makes you a member of the Veterans Council, as long as you are a paid-up member in good standing. And the council is run by a board of directors of 11 people out of those three organizations, and those are appointed or rotated or voted on by the organizations to put their members in a certain place. We're here again with Bill Tucker this morning. Bill, so glad to have you.
Thank you, Gary. Yeah, I'm glad to be able to make it. I was a little concerned that I might have passengers that needed a ride, and I was going to give them priority, as I usually do, but it worked out where other drivers took those guys, and it took me to here, and I'm glad I got to. I didn't know whether I would when you first asked me whether I'd be available, but it worked out, and I'm glad that it did. And
just recap, if you would, Bill, for me, how they get in touch with you.
Yeah, and call my cell phone, number 931-607-7178, anytime from 6 a.m. till not after 10 p.m., I prefer. And I'll book you, put you on the log for your upcoming transportation needs. And again, if you want to take a wife or significant other or kin folks with you, if you need somebody to go along with you and help you when you get there, as Gary had said earlier, we welcome those. Some of the guys I kiddingly tell them, we like to have the wives go along. The veterans behave better when the wives are along. The language is sometimes not quite as colorful when the wives are as long, and that's a good thing. And it don't have to be wives. It can be brothers, sisters, or whoever you need to take along. If you need somebody to go with you, we welcome those. And we'll take you to your appointments. We'll wait on you. Now, we might not wait right there if there is occasions where we might drop you off in Murfreesboro and then have to run somebody to Nashville and wait on them and then come back to Murfreesboro, so you may have to wait a while. But it's better than not having a ride. So we're glad that we can do this service. Some of the other counties do have similar services, but none are as good as Bedford counties, and I'm prejudiced, of course, but most of the others you have to get to a transportation or a depot point or something place to get on the bus or van to ride. Here, I will come to your house and pick you up. If your dogs are not too ferocious, won't pull me out of the van. But no, I'll come to your house, pick you up, and wait on you at your doctor's appointments and deliver you back to your house, as well as the other drivers. All will do the same thing. Again, their names are David Easter, Jakey Burks, and Jerry Jesh. I don't know all their numbers off the top of my head. We've got a business card with all four of our numbers on there.
But they need to call you. They don't need to call them.
Right. Yeah, primarily call me because I am the dispatcher for all the other guys. Lead driver, I guess, is what you call me. And I will dispatch the proper driver and the proper vehicle to come and provide you the needed transportation. We'll try to call you the day before and verify. If you call me a month before, I like to have it a month before, but I'll take if I get it a week before, especially 48 hours is what we like. If I get it, but I will call you the day before, or business day before. If your ride's on a Monday, I'll call you on Friday by noontime and advise you of your pickup time. And we try to be on time, plus or minus 5 minutes. We can't be right to the exact minute, but we will usually be there plus or minus 5 minutes from the appointed time to get you to your appointed doctor's appointment. So that time is set by if we have more than one passenger, and a lot of days we do, the earliest passenger. If his appointment's at 7:30 and yours is not till 9, you have to ride with him for your 7:30 appointment. That's one little disadvantage, but that's okay. But he has to wait on you at the end, so we wait on each other. And usually that's not too long. And we're, again, you can call me. The Veterans Service Office also has my number. They'll share it with you. And the number up at the Veterans Service Office, give them another plug, is 931-685-4838 if you need to call the office for some reason. But for transportation, call me at 931-607-7178. That's about all I know, Gary.
Okay, thank you, Bill. Let's do another song, Brandon. This is called A Place Called Vietnam, and this is Dennis Juliana.
We were teenagers on the block, sat
place called Vietnam. That was Dennis Juliana's song. And we're here with Bill Tucker and Jim Short this morning. Jimmy Miller's enjoying a cruise somewhere, I think. But he'll be back for our next show. The next show will be October the 28th. So be sure and tune in then. Let me give you my phone number if you need anything veteran related, and I can help you with it. I'll be glad to. Phone number is 931-580-2865. 931-580-2865.
And my number, Gary, if you don't mind me interrupting you, in case anyone would like to call me and ask about the meeting times, area code 931-312-0077. Let me repeat that. 931-312-0077. I'll be glad to pass along meeting times or any other information I have about the veteran organizations.
All right, Jim, thanks for being here this morning. Since Jimmy didn't show up, I needed another cohort this morning to keep me in line, I guess, make sure I don't forget anything. But again, don't forget November 11th is Veterans Day, and November the 9th is the Veterans Day Parade. And we encourage you to come to that parade, and if you want to put an entry in the parade, you can call me, you can call Jim, you can even call Bill, because if you call Bill, he'll get in touch with us if we need to. Also, any of the commanders, Tim Estes, Brian Melton, or Jim Painter. Jim Painter is the commander of the VFW, Brian Melton's commander of the DAV, and Tim Estes is the commander of the American Legion. Any of those gentlemen will be glad to help you, and we'll be glad to recruit you. We need you in our organizations. They do a lot of good work. They really do. They help the youth, they help the community, but mainly they help the veteran. If you have a veteran in need, financial need, what we do is we don't go to the organizations with that. We go to the Veterans Council. So if you have a need, you can get in touch with any of those commanders. You can get in touch with me, with Jim Short, Jimmy Miller, and what we do is then we take it to the council. We would invite that person or persons that needs the help to come and interview with us. And when we interview him, we find out what his need is. And then we verify that what he's telling us is true, because we don't give cash money. If they've got a bill that's behind that they need paid, we pay the bill after we verify that what they're telling us is the truth. It can get up to a maximum of $600, and once you go, you can only go once. They won't help you a second time. You get one shot. So again, that's the Veterans Council, and the Veterans Council is there to help veterans, to aid veterans and their families, and it's also there to take care of the memorial that's on the square, to make sure that it's not damaged, if it is damaged, to repair it, to make sure that the bricks are in proper order. Sometimes the vegetation wants to creep up between those bricks, but we try to keep it cleaned up. I think the mayor's groundskeeper helps us with that. Bill, you got anything else you need to say before we sign off?
No, Mr. Jim reminded me he'd been one of my customers, and I hope we didn't scare him too bad on our on our runs.
Oh, you know that old Crown Victoria, even though it's old, it's smooth going down the highway.
Yeah, I've heard people say that, and appreciate you being one of our customers, or one of the veterans that ride with us.
Well, we appreciate you giving us that opportunity to get to our appointments, medical appointments, whether it be Nashville or Murfreesboro and other places, and doesn't cost us a dime. That's great. You can't beat that.
No, you cannot beat it. You can't beat Bill Tucker and David Easter and Jackie Burks.
Mm-hmm. Jerry Jesh.
And Jerry Jesh, yeah. So, guys, it's about time we sign off. We got one more song. And this is called A Place Called Vietnam.
In 68, my Uncle Sam sent me to Vietnam to kill that little yellow man. Didn't take long, 2 RPGs almost took me out. Had to wonder what this war was all about. The Army gave me a CIB, and now I got PTSD and a real bad case of them Vietnam blues. Bullets flying all around, I tried to hug the ground. Back in the States, my wife was running round. Keep on pushing, Daddy said. In the letters that I read, Mama cried, wondered would I end up dead. The Army gave me a CIB. Now I got PTSD and a real bad case of them Vietnam blues. Oh, here we go. Will a day be the day that I really take my last breath? Up night and day, can't wait for a little R&R. That'll be the only time I get to rest.